Hello and welcome to Good Game Well Played. This is S02E22. My name is Hingers and this remains the ABC's only show on iView about competitive video games and the nerds who play them. It is midway through 2K16, so I thought we might take stock of where we are and what we have to look forward to for the rest of the year. It's kind of a special episode though, so let's start with an announcement of sorts. So, this is my final week presenting Good Game Well Played. I think this is maybe the 50th episode we've done since we started midway through last year, and it's been a very rewarding experience. But I'm handing the show over to Radley, who joins us now.
Hello.
Hey Radley, what have you been playing lately?
Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
Have you been competing to be the best that ever was? That no one ever?
I have. As of today, I am level 16. I reckon by the end of the week, I can get up to level 20 at least. I'm going to aim for 25. I've got a Pokemon weekend all planned out. It's going to be great.
Have you seen a lot of other people playing it? Has it been everywhere
Absolutely.
for you?
Haven't you?
Well, the other night I was walking through a park and there were some youths there.
Youths?
Youths. And they were very intimidating. And I was like, oh no, youths, they're going to beat me up or whatever. But then as I got closer, they were just all on their phones playing Pokemon. I'm like, oh no, they're just nerds. This is fine. Do you see an esports future for Pokemon Go, Rad?
I wouldn't call it esports, but I definitely call it like highly competitive. Like I want to go to all the gyms. I lose sleep over it.
All right, that is enough Pokemon chat. Let's talk about esports. What are your highlights of 2016 so far? What have you been enjoying doing and watching?
So far, I've been getting quite a bit more into CSGO. That wasn't something that I traditionally watched, but I'm starting to really,
You're not a teenage boy. Why would you?
Yeah. But there have been more females in the CSGO scene recently.
That's true.
Which is exciting, and more females in esports in general.
Yeah, I mean, AnyKey.org launched this year, which is very, very exciting. They're doing a lot of great work and in terms of diversity and also female representation, which is always a good thing. You know what I've been enjoying in 2016? Watching all the new games that have come out that have like immediately become esports, right?
Yeah,
like, so we saw
Overwatch.
it with Overwatch, we saw it with Clash Royale, and now they've put a tournament mode in that. It's like super interesting, right? You see these games that are being released now more than ever directly correlated with, hey, this is going to be a competitive game. There's going to be a scene around it. We're going to broadcast this. It's really exciting.
Yeah, and I feel like 2016 has been absolutely huge for esports in that regard. Like, people are more and more starting to go, hey, this is something that is really interesting. People love it. You get lots of viewers. There's a lot of money behind it, and we're getting really great broadcasts as well.
And what are you looking forward to for the rest of the year?
The International? Is that a real question? Like, the International is coming, and the prize pool is the biggest that we have ever seen in esports. Dota prize pools are always huge, but this one is absolutely insane, and it just keeps growing. In the past, we've seen a lot of roster changes throughout Dota and a lot of esports, but we're now starting to see OG, who have stuck together for quite a while, start to really build a base and beat out other teams because it's a team game and they work together really, really well. So I think as the prize pools start to get bigger and bigger, people are going to go, hey, we can't just keep trying to grab big players and throwing things up in the air. We need to really come together, work together if we want to win.
Here's the thing I saw in the news this week. A video game store in the UK has opened up an esports store. So there's going to be a hub.
Like jerseys and stuff?
Well, yeah, they're going to sell a bit of merch. They're going to sell, I guess USBs with sweet VODs on them. I don't know. It seems to me that this is a clear ploy to get people into a physical store because who buys games physically anymore? We just download them. I mean, that's where the market is trending, right? So they've built this store as like a flagship thing to get people into the actual store. It's kind of a turning point, right? Where esports is a thing which will get people out in a way that video games won't. That's kind of a new, interesting thing, right?
Absolutely. They're events, and, I'm going to bring it back to Pokemon Go slightly. We see it in things like Pokemon Go, where you're bringing people together to be social around the game.
We're seeing such rapid changes right now in the scene. In 5 years, are we going to be seeing, like, people on regular terrestrial channels talking about esports much more, or is that kind of market going to be dying away? We're going to be seeing the ABC having multiple shows about esports. Who knows?
We'll have competition. What? Remember your first love, guys. It was well played. I think it's really hard to predict, but I think we're definitely going to see more of a rise of on-demand video media in general. And I think that lends itself really well to esports as well. I think that event TV has always done really well, and esports is kind of like the event TV of on-demand.
So much hype.
The only ratings that continue to go up year after year are things like, the World Cup or the Euros, which we just saw, or, the Premier League. Like, that's the only thing people are always going to come and watch live on television or, stream it online or whatever, So it seems natural that we're going to see esports go there. I guess my question is like, do you think in the next 6 years, esports needs television? I mean, it's doing pretty well just on internet, but then you see these deals with ESPN and stuff where it's like, oh no, we're definitely going to broadcast it, But is anyone watching them?
I think there is always going to be some sort of space for television. Not everyone has amazing internet, and not everyone has kind of the more technical know-how that you need to be able to find a stream. Whereas you turn on a TV, it's all done for you.
True.
So I think that as esports continues to grow and continues to become a more mainstream thing that reaches more people, there will be space for it on television. Whether or not networks catch up and decide to start broadcasting that's another thing. The age of hingers is over. The age of red is upon us!
You are taking over the mantle of Good Game Well Play. What can people expect from the show for the rest of the year?
Lots of fun, lots of puns, lots more just broadcasts about what's happening in the wide world of esports, and hopefully some more learning for you guys. So teach you guys about some more esports that you might not know about and that I might not know about. Yeah, continue to learn about it. What are you going to be doing? I wanted a fist bump, but that's fine.
Nah. I have a new job. But I won't be leaving the ABC. I'll still be at the ABC doing Triple J and doing stand-up and stuff. But yeah, I have a new job. I'm very excited.
I'm excited for you.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And people, people can still find me on, I don't know, Twitter at Triple J and stuff like that. I'm sure I'll pop up around here. You know. You can't get rid of me that easily.
We'll see.
All right, Riley, thank you so much for joining us today, and best of luck with the show.
Thank you, and you too.
All right, that is basically it for today's episode. Before I go, though, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's been watching this show for the past year or so. A big thank you to the team at Good Game for being a massive bunch of legends doing great work that they believe in. And also to the ABC for giving me a show about esports to dick around with once a week. And to Radley for covering me while I've been traveling so much this year. That's all. Goodbye!